What if the greatest weakness in your life is the fact that people already know who you are? They know how you react when you're angry. They know what hurts your ego. They know what makes you desperate, emotional, predictable. And the moment someone can predict you, they can control you. Most people spend their entire lives building a fixed identity. They proudly announce their beliefs, their habits, their routines, even their next moves. They call it authenticity, but in reality they are building a psychological prison around themselves. A prison smart enemies can study, map, and exploit. The world's most dangerous individuals never stay in one form for too long. Look at elite negotiators, powerful CEOs, political survivors, and silent strategists operating behind the scenes. The reason they survive chaos while others collapse is simple. They adapt faster than people can understand them. One moment they appear calm and harmless. The next, they completely shift the energy of the room. Nobody can lock them into a predictable pattern. And that uncertainty creates power. Because human beings are obsessed with patterns. The brain constantly searches for routines, behaviors, and emotional habits. Once people understand your pattern, they know exactly how to manipulate you. They know what words trigger your anger. They know how much pressure it takes to make you fold. They know how to bait you into exposing yourself. Predictable people think they are stable. In reality, they are programmable. Formlessness is different. Formlessness means becoming impossible to read. Like water, you adapt to the environment without losing control of yourself. Water can flow quietly around obstacles or destroy entire cities when pressure builds. That is real power. Silent, flexible, unstoppable. The strongest players in business and politics understand this deeply. While ordinary people cling to rigid identities and outdated strategies, the elite constantly reinvent themselves. They change tactics overnight. They shift communication styles. They abandon old methods the second they stop working. That is why giant corporations often collapse against smaller competitors. The giant moves slowly because its structure is heavy and predictable. The smaller disruptor survives because it evolves constantly. By the time the giant reacts, the battlefield has already changed. The same thing happens in personal relationships. When people know exactly how you think, exactly how you respond, and exactly what you tolerate, they stop respecting you. Your reactions become automatic. Your emotions become expected. But the moment you stop reacting the way they predicted, everything changes. Silence where anger was expected creates tension. Calmness during provocation creates fear. Unpredictability creates psychological pressure. People become cautious around what they cannot fully understand. This is why emotional control is one of the most dangerous forms of power. The second you react emotionally, you reveal your shape. You expose your weak points. But when you remain calm, observant, and adaptable, people begin to lose balance around you. They cannot calculate their next move because they cannot calculate yours, and that uncertainty drains them mentally. The truth is brutal. Society rewards predictability because predictable people are easier to manage, easier to categorize, easier to replace. They want you trapped inside a fixed identity because fixed people are controllable people. But the individuals who dominate modern power structures think differently. They stay fluid. They constantly learn new skills. They quietly build influence behind the scenes while others seek attention. They appear ordinary on the surface while evolving in silence underneath. That is the real advantage. Not loud confidence. Not fake motivation. Not empty self-help slogans. Adaptability. Because the world changes too fast for rigid minds to survive. Economies collapse. Technologies replace entire industries. Alliances shift overnight. The people who refuse to evolve become victims of reality itself. The dangerous ones never stop changing. So ask yourself honestly, how much of your life is truly under your control? And how much of it is just a predictable script you repeat every single day? Because if people can predict your next move, eventually they can own it. Stay adaptable. Stay unreadable. and never become easy to control.